Hi, Esther. I see that you're wearing a poppy.
Hey, Emmett, I see that you're also wearing a poppy.
Yes, because Wednesday is Remembrance Day. Did you know there's a poem about poppies? It's called In Flanders Fields.
I know that poem. It was written by Lieutenant Colonel John McCrae. The first verse says, "In Flanders fields the poppies blow between the crosses, row on row that mark our place. And in the sky the larks still bravely singing fly, scarce heard amid the guns below."
That's beautiful, but also seems a little sad.
It is both beautiful and sad. It's about the red poppies that grew in the fields in Europe after the First World War. The red poppies remind the poet of all the soldiers who died during the war.
A lot of people die during every war. That is sad. On Remembrance Day, we remember all of those who have died. And we remember how much war affects everyone, and how people have always hoped that each war would be the last war.
I think we would all like a world without war, a new kind of world.
I wonder what Jesus would say about that, about a new kind of world. Probably tell a story.
Maybe he'd tell the story of the people waiting for the groom to arrive for a wedding banquet.
People sure do seem to eat a lot in Jesus' stories. What happens in this story?
There are 10 bridesmaids who are waiting for the bridegroom to arrive at the banquet, but for some reason he is delayed until nightfall. Do you know what they did when it got dark?
They turned on the lights. Wait, did they have lights back then?
No, but they did have lamps.
Really? What kind of lamps?
The lamps were usually made of pottery. They were kind of round and flat, and they put oil in the lamp, often olive oil. Then they put a strip of linen into the lamp. The linen absorbed the oil, and then you could put a flame to the end of the linen strip, and it would burn as a wick.
So they all lit their lamps when it got dark.
Yes, but their lamps would only burn as long as the oil lasted.
So, when your lamp ran out, you got an oil change.
Well, usually you brought some extra oil in a jar so that you could add oil when you needed it.
I sure hope everyone in the story had extra oil.
No, they didn't. 5 of them had extra oil, but 5 did not. And since the bridegroom was late arriving, 5 of them had to go and get more oil.
I hope it wasn't far, because if their lamps were out of oil, they wouldn't be able to see in the dark.
However far it was, guess who arrived when they were gone?
Someone selling oil?
No, the bridegroom arrived.
Oh no, that's not good.
No, it wasn't good for them because by the time they got back, the wedding party had started and the doors were closed and they couldn't get in.
They probably wish they had brought more oil with them. I guess the lesson is, if your oil's well, it ends well.
Oh, Emmett, I think the story reminds us that if we want a new world, a world about peace and people caring about each other, we have to prepare for that world.
I agree. How do we do that?
I think we have to love one another, respect one another. We're all different, but we're all special. We have to share.
Yeah, and make sure everyone has food and a place to live and clean water. Wow, there's a lot of things we can do to make the world better.
Yes, when you look at a poppy, it reminds us of all who died in wars, but it also reminds me to do what I can to make the world better without war.
A new kind of world, a Jesus kind of world.
Amen to that.
Amen.